China did not always fight its enemies. Sometimes it paid them, and that decision changed history. For centuries, Chinese emperors believed in a powerful idea. Peace was cheaper than war. As border threats increased, especially from powerful northern states, the Song dynasty turned to diplomacy backed by wealth. Instead of endless battles, China sent silk, silver, grain, and gifts to its rivals. These were not called bribes. They were called tributes for stability. At first, the strategy worked. Trade flourished. Cities prospered. Farmers worked without fear of invasion. The court congratulated itself for choosing wisdom over bloodshed. Why fight when gold could maintain peace? But the borders were watching. Nomadic leaders learned a dangerous lesson. China feared disruption more than loss. Each treaty became leverage. Each payment proved that pressure worked. Demands grew larger. Threats became more frequent. Peace was no longer earned. It was rented. Inside China, the consequences were subtle but devastating. Military readiness declined further. Why train soldiers when money solved problems faster? Why strengthen borders when treaties promise safety? Generations grew up without war and without preparation. Officials focused on managing wealth, not conflict. Economists replaced strategists. The empire became rich, orderly, and dangerously confident. But the outside world was changing. New powers did not want tribute. They wanted control. To them, China's payments were not signs of intelligence. They were signs of weakness. When pressure came again, it came harder. Tribute no longer bought peace. It invited invasion. The empire had spent decades teaching its enemies a lesson it never intended to teach, that China would pay rather than fight. By the time China realized the cost, its armies were untested, its borders fragile, and its enemies fearless. This was not the fall of China. It was the erosion of its resolve. And history was about to collect its debt. Gold had preserved peace, but only until war became unavoidable. This is Dynasty of Secrets. Like, subscribe, and follow the real history they never explained.